Hello, I'm going to give you a quick tour of VM Validator. So click the rocket icon and you can either browse to the application you want to launch, or you can launch a previously launched application, which is not what I'm going to do here. Applications launched to start monitoring it. And the DLLs field lists the DLLs and the stats to do with them, like fault count, address, size, how much is committed, how much is reserved, CPU type, and whether it's native, managed or mixed mode. Page faults, similar information but different. You've got the address of the page fault, number of faults at that address, the DLL that address is for, if there is a DLL, the symbol, if there is a symbol for that, and the file name and line number. And there are file names and line numbers, but just not for everything. In the panels above, on the right hand side, we have high level stuff like working set and page file information and quota from the page pool and peak page pool and non-page pool and all that. On the left hand side we have virtual memory and virtual memory contiguous regions. If you click out any of the bars in the left hand side, you will be taken to that statistic on the pages tab. If you click on a bar in the virtual memory tab, when you arrive on the pages tab, it will be sorted by address. I'll just demonstrate that now. So lowest address first in this case. Go back to the summary tab and click on the contiguous regions reserved, and we get sorted by size, and we show you the largest block first. So as you can see, there's quite a few different types of memory. There's committed, reserved and free, as you'd expect. Got private to the application, image, that's EXE and DLLs. Memory mapped files, well, again that's DLLs, but it's also memory mapped files. Stack space for your threads. Shareable memory, which is DLLs and memory mapped files that are shared between processes. Swapped, pages swapped in and out. And wasted, which is memory that's implicitly leaked after a VirtualAlloc call. So let's say you allocate 8 kilobytes. There's going to be a 56k implicit memory leak after that. So if you go back to the Pages tab, we can actually start exploring that a bit now. So just search by address so everything makes a bit more sense. So you've got the all, and then you've got the other types of memory that you saw on the summary page. And then you can also say whether you want to see all of the working set, just the working set, or the stuff that isn't the working set, so the stuff that's actually paged out. Depending on what you're doing, this could all be very interesting. So if we just scroll down a bit, you can see that here we've got some memory mapped files, and we've got some thread stack space, and we've got some DLLs. So you can see where everything is loaded and what it's part of. You can see after quite a few DLLs there's always a bit of wasted space. This is just because DLLs don't naturally fit into 64k blocks. They're quite often a little bit smaller, or they're not a multiple of 64k. So there's a bit of memory left over. That's typically marked as wasted. But that's just a side effect of how DLLs are. If we go to paragraphs, we can see the same information as the Pages tab. But Pages is concerned about 4k blocks, which are the size of a memory page. Paragraphs is concerned with 64k blocks, which is the allocation granularity of the operating system. It's the same information, but just describe it in terms of the allocation granularity, not in terms of the page size. And again, depending on what you're doing, this might be the right view for you. All of these columns are sortable, just as they are for the pages. So if we decide we want to look at just the swapped, so this will show us the 64k regions that have had at least one page in them swapped. And you can see that some of them are shared, the memory map files shared, that DLL is shared. That DLL is used by VM Validator, and it's used by Coverage Validator, which is what VM Validator is monitoring, and that's why it's shared. Right, so that's basically your short tour of VM Validator. Thank you very much.